So we've got ourselves another Evo, Catch Me If You Can't. This is going to be for your left backs. We've got a max 95, 98 max on the pace. Always interesting to see who it can't be. Then obviously left back is a position, can't be a centre back, max 4 playstyle pluses and 10 playstyles. This is going to give us only 3 playstyle pluses, but realistically you are probably choosing somebody already with a playstyle. So you'll get Bruiser to start with, you'll then get Pinged Pass, and finally to finish off you'll get yourselves a Quick Step. Now in terms of the upgrade on left backs, this is probably the final puzzle that a lot of people are kind of searching for at this point. So it will be interesting to see who you do choose. Now you're obviously looking at passing to 90, acceleration to 97, sprint speed to 97 as well, Bruiser plus, intercept which is nice, fullback plus, jumping to 93, defending 93, dribbling 90, and then we get a few more play styles on top of it. You get obviously the wingback plus, the aggression to 92, strength to 93, stamina 94, as well as then a 5-star skiller and also a 5-star weak foot. So they're starting to let go of the reins on that one, that we are actually going to be able to do it. So that's always nice to see in itself. And that's going to be predominantly the upgrade, really. It's a very interesting one for me, for someone like Theo Hernandez, trying to put him into 97 now with that lovely Quick Step. That's probably going to be me done for a left back, for at least until we get another Theo Hernandez in any form of SBC, or if obviously he does manage to get his transfer card at some point in the game. So if you're looking for coins, check in the description for Eldorado. Depending on the coin amount that you're looking for, the delivery time is displayed on the website, and you'll see lots of different trusted sellers with reviews on specifics and also the ability to be able to pick who you want. It will also show how much they have in stock, and obviously you can see that they are verified members. There is 100% refund ability and also 24/7 support if you need any questions with your coin needs. Also, if you head over to Trustpilot as well, you can see over 30,000 upvotes for them. You can see how reliable they are. Obviously great feedback across the entire board with Eldorado. So when on checkout, make sure you are using the code JT11 for 5% off your order every time. Discount code JT11. Now let's get back to the video. So it is 4 levels. You got play 2, win 2, play 4, win 2 to get this done. And again, you're just basically making endgame cards. It's as standard as ever. Evos, to be honest, I think you go one or two ways. You either make the meta and kind of you don't have to worry about getting in, but you can eventually. Or you could potentially utilize your team now. So if you are building a Doncaster team, a Milton Keynes team, a Walsall, or anybody lower down, you've got your chance now to make some pretty decent cards across the board. Now, not every single one of them is obviously going to be incredibly high rated. This is where we go and have a look over at Futbin, because naturally you're going to have some evolutions that will only give you so many overalls. And naturally, if you have been producing a Sunderland past and present, and you've been going with the bronze and the silvers since the start of the game, hopefully most of them were at that 85 to 90 rated zone, because you do get a +8 on this. So any 89s and above, or any 89s and above, you get to 97 anyway. So realistically, you should have your teammate if that is your goal. Now obviously there is going to be loads of options you can choose. Like we've said, in terms of the players, there is a fair whack that you could go with. So if we do go for instance, Theo Hernandez is the biggest one here. We have obviously got the 97 pace, so the 89 does go straight into this as well, which is always nice. Obviously, if you catch me if you can't. I've got a version that has got an upgrade already, so we've already gone from the base version of him, and then we've gone to 93. So we've kind of a step ahead on that one, which is always nice. But in terms of this version specifically, you'll get himself to 97. He will only have the triple playstyle plus on top of it, unless you go for a different upgrade as well. And in terms of stats, like we look at the difference in just this singular upgrade. 5 passing, 4 dribbling, 10 defending, 2 physical. I think if I was looking at it, passing wise, is good enough, not crazy, it's not blowing my mind. Dribbling's fine. Again, composure could do with a lot more work on this one specifically. Defending is a bit under average, so I think this card in itself, stats wise, would definitely be under, but where you look at certain other cards, they could be potentially that little bit over just from their base stats. So obviously if we was to look at somebody like, say Cancelo, just because I know he's got another upgrade. I think his 94, could that go into it? I'm pretty sure this version could. We obviously, I'm just trying to think if they've got any extras. So if we go with this version specifically, we've got the quadruple then. Incisive, Jockey, Bruiser, and Pinged Pass. It's good enough. I don't think that's bad, to be honest. 5-star, 5-star as always. Stats-wise, when you look across the board, 92 on the composure, 92 agility balance, passing a little bit better on that short and long game. Dribbling and defending and physical can always be sorted with an anchor. Like, that's not a problem at all. You're looking at yourselves at 99, 90, 94, 93, 97, 98. I mean, as a left back goes, it's not bad, is it really? So that's going to be quite an interesting one to see how it does work. Obviously the populars, we've got Cancelo, probably because I've looked at it. So in general, if we look at, I'm surprised no more players are here yet. Okay, we've got a few here. So if then we looked at, Kirkres, he was quite a nice card, to be fair to him. He's coming from his 87. Could you not go with this one? Just thinking, because you got like a slightly bigger upgrade, he'll get the quadruple then at least. And like in terms of stats, we get 1, 1, and 1. So really, you're looking at a 5-star, 5-star added to this, an extra playstyle plus, and a marginal stat upgrade. Nothing too crazy. We're looking at 1 on everything on the defending, 2 strength, and then 2 sprint speed. So dribbling wise is already up there. 90 composure. It makes sense to some aspects. So in terms of this Evo, we're looking at maybe not necessarily the stats itself, unless you are considerably lower, but most definitely the 5-5, the extra playstyle pluses. It's not a bad one to say the least. Bale. I totally forgot about that Bale version, to be honest. Let's see if we can find him again. Because he did have was it the Immortals that was the kind of junior? We did say that card could be really good by the end game, but the problem is, you kind of have Bale. Like, you'd want him as a striker, realistically, not a 97 left back. So he's gone in beast mode activated as well. I mean, you could, but I don't know if you'd need it, to be honest. I think it'd be a little bit of a waste. Let's see what he would be like without it. I'm just thinking that, for me, as a beast mode active, that would be a bit of a waste on that one, in my opinion. So I probably would stay away from that one. We do end up with a 2 passing, 3 defending, and 11 on the physical. 4 playstyle pluses. Already got the rapid anyway. Again, it kind of comes down to the dribbling aspect of it. Fullbacks, I feel like at this point now, we're looking at a little bit more. When you look at someone like Thuram's 97, that's an insane card, whereas this just feels a little bit less kind of on it. And another one would be like the Carlos Albertos. Like, I know that this is a base statted card, so it's not even evoed on top, but I feel like we should be gaining this sort of... I mean, it's not a million miles away. I'm being very picky on stats here. They're predominantly going to stay the same. Like, there's not necessarily going to be too much crazy difference. And it doesn't have the 5-star, 4-star, I suppose. But it's just always interesting to see the difference between some players. Obviously, then, if we look at kind of like a few of the others. DeMarco, I don't know if I'd really go for it. I think the names are kind of in there. I think this year, the biggest problem they have is... Theo Hernandez is just too good. Like genuinely, every upgrade is going to Theo Hernandez. Like DeMarco, a more than acceptable player. Decent stats across the board, but he's not Theo Hernandez. It is such a shame that there's so many really nice left backs out here, but he really does just have such a stranglehold on the market. Obviously, Lewis Skelly, nice card to say the least. We knew that once he was kind of getting into the footies kind of upgrades, you knew that he was going to get a decent upgrade in any sort of evolution at some point. He did have a pretty good base stats as well. So, I mean, as a left back goes, one of the better ones again, so you could pretty much check him off the list if you are running like an Arsenal past and present. Whether you get anything better than that right now, it'd be interesting. Then obviously you're going to look at your Alphonso Davies, but he's already in an SBC, so realistically you don't need to worry about him. I suppose then you're kind of looking at your Furlan Mendes, you're looking at your Roberto Carloses, and you're looking at kind of like your Zambrotas, your Mycons that can play both hand sides. Now, with Roberto Carlos, I would definitely wait. I think he is due a footies. With him only being in Team of the Year, there's a very good chance, and personally, I'd like to take these 2 playstyle pluses off him, and I think for the footies, they may do that in my opinion. Capdevia, not a bad shout. Lizarazu, and you'll have Bon Pastor. They're all not bad, but again, it unfortunately doesn't just go back to me. It goes back to Theo Hernandez. I mean, there's always going to be options. You could go with this Roberto Carlos. Balde might not be a bad option, actually. What does he get in general? We get No, I just want the singular upgrade. I feel like that was giving me a couple because we're getting Pinged Pass, Bruiser, Quick Step, and he already has the Anticipate. Stats wise, I'm pretty sure he's already up there. 89 on them, 93. What do we get in terms of actual upgrades from the card? Obviously goes into the 5-5. Oh, we're from the 90 on this one. We got 1, 5, 5, 5, 11. Can we do the 90? Okay, yeah, that would be why. 99 on the pace. So we can't actually do that card, which is probably one of the ones they don't want you doing. Ashley Cole, another shout that you could throw in. Furlan Mendy, again, he's got the 98. So whether you want to just wait for that version, I probably would, to be honest. I don't know if I'd Evo something that is guaranteed. Like Roberto Carlos is a shout. He's not necessarily guaranteed. He's not been leaked. Not been anything like that. So that's just me thinking, like Eusebio, he's not had a card since Team of the Year. Could he get an upgrade? I feel like he's one of the bigger names that might most definitely will at some point in the teams. Whereas like Furlan Mendy, he has got a 98. Like that is out. It'd be like me Evo in Virgil and thinking, well, we are going to get a 99 at some point. So there might as well not bother wasting all your time on it. And as we go further down, naturally you're going to go with the rating. So there's a few nice options. I don't think it's necessarily the most crazy, but it's a lovely upgrade for a statted left back. Get him into that 97, getting some higher rateds, the 5-5, a little bit on that quadruple. It's a good start for your left back. So if you've already started a Teo upgrade, potential just make him go even further. But then Kirkrez, obviously then Cancelo, Skelly, all of them really doing some business where you could actually get quite a nice card in general. So let me know who you're going to choose. Make sure you do like and subscribe on this and catch me if you can. Peace!